All right, welcome everybody. Tonight is Saturday, April 6th, 2019. I apologize for the delay. I know that the time is 8:43 p.m. Central Time, and I know that ultimately I said I was going to be here at 8. A couple things came up that kind of delayed it. That's why I put in the previous video, the short little video mentioning about the live stream tonight, that I will try to be here at 8 o'clock. If not, it should be shortly after. Again, it is only 43 minutes past. So obviously, some of the stuff here behind me is going to be some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about. I got stuff over here to my right. I'm not sure if I'm going to cover everything that I have right now, just for the pure fact that the pop figures that I do have, I have somebody that I'm speaking with right now that if you're a pop figure fan, I apologize for possibly not being able to include that in my sale items at the moment. Do keep in mind, I don't know if I'm going to cover everything tonight. This is just some of the stuff for the pure fact that I don't want to make this video overly long. I mean, I know it's probably going to be at least an hour. I'd say maybe an hour, between an hour to 2 hours, something like that. And if I come and go here for a moment, you're going to have to bear with me, because also let's see here. Okay. I have a lot of movies, a lot of TV collections. I do have a lot of collectibles behind me. I have more regular DVDs. I got video games for Xbox One. I have a lot more in the room. The pop figures, like I said, I am dealing with somebody that might be possibly buying everything that I have in bulk. I've been communicating via cell phone here, trying to determine that. If for some reason those items do not sell, or if I can't get it in a bulk format, right now, the person I'm talking to basically wanted a snapshot of my entire collection. So the number of items that are involved, the total estimated value. So I sent that across, and then they're asking my asking value, which 2,000, I think, because the actual estimated value of all those items for the pop figures and the few miscellaneous items that are in there are valued at about 5,300. I'm trying to get at least 2,000. That would be enough to cover the rest of the difference of my taxes, so I can get that done and out of the way, because obviously it needs to be done by April 15th. And we're running out of time here. I'm running out of time. I only got 9 days left to try to get this done. So if by chance that does fall through, then I will make a secondary video of items to sell, the things that I don't cover tonight that I still want to sell, that I will get that in another video, or I'll post a brief video, and I'll provide a link to my pop price guide, which has actually got the total value of my items. It's got all the individual items and stuff on there. So now do keep in mind, this does come from a smoke-free home, so I do not smoke anymore. I haven't smoked for over 2 years. So the stuff that I have around here, I have not smoked during that time frame. So everything is all smoke-free, clean. And I would, even if I did smoke, it wouldn't be in this unit anyways, because we're not allowed to smoke in our apartments anyhow. So again, there is a lot to cover. So if you see anything that you like, and obviously this is live streaming, if you see something here that you like during this live stream, there's information below with a phone number you can text, and I do have the communications open for that right now, that I will be able to see the messages come up here on my side, and I will try to respond to every possible message that I can. I apologize if I do take breaks, short little breaks periodically, or take a drink or whatever. This is live streaming. I can't get any more real than this. I don't even know where to begin, to be honest, but I do have a mixed selection from Blu-ray movies. What I have over here to my right is Blu-ray movies. It's a TV series collections. Then I have regular DVDs that are over on another shelf over here to my other side. The collectible side of thing, I have a box full of stuff in the bedroom. If I can make this work where I don't have to run over there and grab it, I do have a good majority of this stuff on my phone here. I'm going to see how this looks here real quick. So let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Doot. Okay, so I just sorted through it here. So anyways, I do have stuff on here that I've taken a brief picture of. This is an example for, I don't know, it's with the lighting and adjustment and the focus, I don't know how well it's going to come out here. But it hopefully you can kind of see it a little bit. If I have a picture of it, I will try to just, rather than grab every item out of that room and drag it out here and show you, a lot of that stuff in here I'm going to show you via the phone. So other than the pop figures, because like I said, the pop figures are on a temporary hold. So there ain't going to be a lot in here that might be pop figures. But the item that I just showed you actually is not for sale. I'm just was using that as an example. That is just for to see the clarity of it. I will have to scroll through the stuff that I have in here and see. And then as far as the movies, I think rather than and I apologize if I'm going to turn and talk, I'm going to move the microphone. It'll be a lot easier for me to basically, rather than grab every movie. I mean, if somebody wants to see something over here, I will gladly grab it off the shelf if asked to do so. Otherwise, ultimately, I am going to just read off titles of movies that I have. So if I turn my chair and I move my microphone and I'm facing this way in camera and you're only seeing the side of my face, just understand that I am looking at my collection here. So where to begin? Okay, first off, anybody that's a gamer, okay, so we're going to start off with a few items here. And again, if you don't want to use the public chat, you don't have to as you join the room here. But if you want to use more of a private term, down in the description below, there is a phone number. If you text that phone number, it is not a cell phone. It is somewhat of a home phone, but it's only for texting. So if you do that, I have the window open here. I can answer any questions that you might have regarding that. But for anybody that's a gamer, like some of the things I'm going to be getting rid of, this is absolutely brand new and sealed. I'm big on the pirate stuff, so I do like pirate movies and stuff, and that's why this collection right behind me back here is filled with a lot of different pirate stuff. But like the first thing is, if you have an Xbox One, would be I have the Sea of Thieves here. It's a Seagate. It's a 2 terabyte hard drive, limited edition hard drive. It's perfectly brand new, sealed, never even out of the box. It's even got the actual seal on there. You can kind of see a lot of my stuff. Like I said, I don't open for the most part. It's just there as a collectible. So I was hoping to maybe somewhere down the road they'd be worth some money and be able to get something for it down the road. But again, like this is a 2 terabyte hard drive. It ran for $100 when I bought it. If there's something you like, I'm not really throwing out numbers of what I want to get. I would like to see people and what they have to offer. If there's a reasonable enough offer, I will tell you if I remember what I paid for it. I will tell you what I paid for it. But ultimately, If somebody feels they want to throw out an offer, throw me an offer. If it's not good enough, I will honestly let you know. I don't want to let everything go. Like if I paid $100 for this and this is brand new, never been used, I don't want somebody to sit there and say, oh, I'll give you $10 for it. That would be a little ridiculous. I mean, I know I'm going to probably take a loss on some of my stuff, but I'm not going to take a huge loss like people think I'm going to do. I would like to get something for it, and I would like to figure the fact of what you want to, like if people want to make an offer, and then also if you're willing to pay the shipping, it would be much appreciated as well. So at least I'm earning something out of this. As far as right now, the only payments I'm going to be able to take that I can figure out at the moment would be via PayPal, via the link below, or I will send you an invoice if you leave me your email address and stuff like that at the number that I put down below via a message, and we make a deal. I will send you an invoice to your email via PayPal. And then when you receive the invoice, you can actually make the payment. And when you do, I will do my best to box it up as quick as I can, get it out this door, and get it to you. I will be using pretty much the local postal service unless it's something that I can't send via the postal service. I like to use priority mail for the most part, just because it's a little bit faster in shipping and it's guaranteed at least $100 in insurance. If something sells for more than $100, which the insurance would not cover, then if people want to insure it for the additional coverage, let me know. Again, I can make, when I message and communicate back and forth with you, I can go ahead and let you know. I will research with the local post office and see how much additional or extra it would be to get that, and I will include that in the invoice that I send. So, again, Pirates, we're starting with this. This is Sea of Thieves. It's an exclusive hard drive, Seagate, 2 terabyte, never out of the box. It's still got the original seals, brand new. This was just sitting on my shelf behind me, and this is where I'm starting, is right behind me there. So if you see something you like, send me a message. So the next thing, whatever, is Totaku. It's a Sea of Thieves gold hoarder. It's one of the characters from the in-game, and I apologize for any glares there might be. I can try to adjust the lighting maybe. Let me try. Echo, bed lamp on. All right, I'm going to switch lights. We'll see if that cuts down the glare. But Sea of Thieves hoarder, or gold hoarder. Yeah, that really doesn't help. It's coming off there, but you can kind of see it there. And I apologize for the focusing. Totaku figures, more or less, if anybody's familiar with Amiibos, they had a little software chip in the bottom of them. The software chip itself was used to save for certain items or give you certain items for in-game for some games. This is not an Amiibo. This is just a collectible figure. Totaku is a line of figures that are based off of game characters and stuff. So this is obviously, the box is in really mint condition. The going price that I had gotten on this was only $10 when I paid for it. So obviously I would like, I know it seems ridiculous. Hey, you offer $5, but then obviously I'd like to figure out the shipping, because I'd really not rather just give my stuff away. So I'd like to make something so I can start feeding off of this. So, but again, gold hoarder, Totaku. Then the next thing that I got here is a Sea of Thieves. It's an event exclusive coin. And do keep in mind, this is all coming from Microsoft Studios or the company of Rare, which is the game that actually is Microsoft based, and it's based overseas in England. This one is a Sea of Thieves event exclusive coin. It's got the silver, it's got the little skull emblem on there. And then the back of the actual thing shows it's supposed to show like the compass and stuff on there, the directional compass. So something like this, I think, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I would imagine, I think it was probably about 15, something like that. I mean, you could probably, if it's still on their website, you can go check it out. Just do a Google search, type in Sea of Thieves. You could probably find it on their website under their shop. Some of the items might be there, even if it is out of stock. You can kind of see. But again, I'm willing to take whatever offers, entertain those offers, so throw them out there. Another one would be, this is a limited edition coin. It's not an event coin, but a limited edition coin again. This is more got this it's limited to 9,995 worldwide. That last coin that I showed was actually limited to 5,000 worldwide. So do keep in mind they are limited. I believe each one has a number. is the way it kind of shows on here. I guess on the back of it kind of says here that it's like 0010. I know that's not the number on this coin, but the fact is that I think that they are individually numbered from the way it looks or appears on here. But like the first one here, that first one I just showed you guys was individually numbered, embossed on both sides, distressed edging, and a silver edition. This one, the new one here for the limited edition coin, is 9,995 worldwide, individually numbered. So they are individually numbered. So there is an engraving on there. I don't know what the numbers are because I cannot see the back of the coin, and I'm not going to take it out of the package. But this one is individually numbered, embossed on both sides, distressed edging, antique editions. The antique giving it kind of this old copperish, I don't know if you can kind of tell, but copperish look to it. It's got the skull again. On the back side, it's got like the compass direction, but you can kind of see how, I don't know if you can see it and read it. I mean, yeah, it's not the best, but it says limited edition. And I guess it looks like my camera's probably feeding backwards today. I can't really tell. So if you're seeing my words backwards, I apologize. At least I'm seeing them backwards here. If they are backwards or if the writing is backwards, please feel free to reach out to me and let me know. I'm still learning this YouTube streaming stuff. But anyways, that's another coin. The next biggest thing that I got here, I know these are really hard to find. The box is in really excellent condition. I did open this one up only to look at it. I have never put the batteries in it. I have never turned it on. I have never used it, never played it. I have looked at it, put it back in the box, and that's where it sat on my shelf. So the seal is broke on this one, just to let you know, but it's in pristine, perfect condition. But it's the Sea of Thieves controller. These were actually $74.99, I believe, when I bought it. They were $75 plus tax, and of course shipping because I bought it online. It's got this purplish kind of blue teal kind of look here. It's got the skull. It's hard to see on here, but there on the back here there is another emblem here. It's got the gold and black triggers, triggers. Sorry. So it does have some nice custom design on there. I believe it has like the diamond. Or at least a textured grip. I don't think it's a diamond. Yeah, so I don't know on that one, but actually, hold on here. I forgot I have it open. So let me pull it out of the box so you can kind of see it. So it still has the Duracell batteries in here wrapped in its original package. So, but this is what the controller looks like out of the box. So you can kind of see it's got the compass around the joystick. It's got the buttons like usual, the skull. It's got the nice purplish shine to the actual D-pad here, and then on the it's got the gold, it's got the black triggers, and then the emblem there you can kind of see. And this one does have a little bit of a textured grip. So again, throw out those offers if you want. Then we go on to the next coin that I have here is a Pirates for All Eternity. It's got a silver pirate. And it says Pirates for All Eternity. And then the backside, again, kind of not really so compassy like, but it does have what looks to be a directional compass, kind of. This one is limited to 9,995 worldwide, individually numbered, embossed on both sides, distressed edging, and this is more of a silver edition. Again, some of this stuff you can actually go online to their website. It would be www.CSEA Thieves, THIEVES.com. This is not a promotional video. I'm not paid nor sponsored or nothing by them. I'm just pointing that out. This is the same place where I got it. I don't know if they have the stuff on the website. I haven't been on there for a while. I had stopped ordering stuff on their website after the fact that 3 items they did not ship me. On the invoice, it said that they were going to reimburse me. It was a couple weeks later, and I had not received my reimbursement, so I emailed them. They partially reimbursed me. They did not respond to me anymore via emails and stuff. They had just randomly stopped for some reason, which I have no idea why. But because of that, I just stopped ordering from them. I had to go through my credit card to get the remainder of my money back for the items that I was charged for, and I approximated the shipping cost. I mean, I don't know what it is to ship overseas, but I know I didn't get a lot back for the shipping on there. I probably didn't get as much as I deserve. So, but again, this is the Pirates for All Eternity. It's got a little pirate in there. It's kind of hard to see. He's kind of turned sideways there. And then you got the, the back of the coin and stuff on there. So, so let me grab some more stuff here. All right, so the next thing I got here is the triple plushes. They're from Sea of Thieves. Pretty much the most of my collection that's behind me here is all Sea of Thieves based. So we got the Gold Hoarder Stubbins. It's a plushie. It's basically the Gold Hoarder from the game. Still wrapped in the original plastic here, but you can kind of see the plushie on there. And it's got the, kind of hard to see, but it is the Sea of Thieves tag still on there. Never been out of the plastic bag. It's still officially sealed on both ends. The next character for plushie that I have would be the Ferryman Stubbins. It's another plushie. It's the guy that's on when you die, you end up on that boat with the ferryman. It's the green little guy here, again wrapped in the plastic, sealed on both ends. Got the tag and everything on there. The next thing would be. And it looks like they're, some of these tags, if you're looking for pristine condition on the tags, I got one here that's bent at least, so they might not be perfect condition on the tags, but they are in the bag. This one is the Captain Flameheart, and this one here is still wrapped in the bag, so you can kind of see. It's got the little pad on and stuff on there. Still got the tag sealed on both ends. So we got those. Then they got a figurine. It's a little dusty. This one is Shadow. So this one I have received, but I have not. I don't think I've opened this one. Yeah, this one has not been fully opened. It looks like it's been opened because of this little tag here. It's hard to explain on this one, but if you look up the Sea of Thieves Shadow Captain Flameheart event exclusive variant, if you look that up, you could probably find it. It was a special loot crate edition one. It's basically Captain Flameheart, an actual figure that is actually dark black. So it was his shadow variant of it. Otherwise, I got, I think, 2 of those. Yes, I got 2 of the shadow, and then I also got 1 of the regular Captain Flameheart. So if you look that one up too, you can find it. But these tend to be. It's got the Loot Gaming Made in China Microsoft Studios tag on the bottom there. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to pull this out of the box. So if you want to look it up, just look it up. You can kind of find it online if you do a Google search. Just type in Sea of Thieves Shadow Captain Flameheart event exclusive variant statue, and you'll see he's all dark black and stuff like that. So. All right, the next part here that I got is not really pirate based here at the moment. I forgot about these 2. I should have started at the very top. It's kind of ripped inside there, but I've never obviously opened this up. It's still wrapped in the actual, or sealed in the actual official plastic, so it's never been cut open or anything like that. But if you're definitely a Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees fan, it's a replica prop mask, whatever, basically, of his hockey mask. Friday the 13th, but like I was talking about up here, obviously when they packaged it up, they kind of tore the paper kind of inside a little bit. So, but otherwise, it's like I said, it's the whole package here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's pressed. They're kind of like melted, or what do you want to call it, melted together kind of thing. So it's never been opened, never ripped up, never opened. The next thing would be. Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a Freddy's glove prop replica. Again, this is back in the original box. The tape is on both the top and bottom. Never been cut, never been opened. It's still in the original box. Kind of hard to see there. But it's got the blades on it. It's hard to see it in here, but they do have, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, they do have like foam wrapped around the tips of the blades on here. with just to protect it, to make sure that they don't cut anybody and stuff like that. But it is a replica, prop replica of the glove and the blades there. So I know this one here, when I bought it, I paid about $80 for it. So whatever the offers are on that. As far as the Jason Voorhees mask, the Friday the 13th mask, I think this one was about, I think it was about $30-$40, something like that. I can't remember all the prices, but I'm just kind of giving you an approximation there. So there's a couple there. Then all right, so then we go on a couple more things here. And anybody that's with me, I appreciate you sticking with me here, bearing with me. I did buy quite at least 3 decks of these cards, but Sea of Thieves playing cards. They are just a normal deck of cards. They got the Sea of Thieves on the front here. It says on the back, "Glory awaits you. Become a pirate legend. With musket loaded and grog in hand, the freedom of the pirate life awaits. What will your legend be?" So if you're looking for like a deck of cards, these ran about, I think, $10 each, or $8 to $10, something like that. So I don't know if they're still available on the website. If they're not, people are going to start spiking these up probably a little bit in price. So I got at least 3 of those. So if you're looking for all 3, looking for 1, looking for 2, looking for 3, I don't care. Let me know. The next thing would be a Tales from the Sea of Thieves. It's a little book. It's kind of cool how they did the, what do you want to call it? Like pages or whatever, the way they're kind of cut and trimmed on the edges here. And then you got the actual designs. It's got like some different stories and stuff in there, and then imagery from the actual in-game and stuff like that. Like you can kind of see some of the characters that you would normally see on the Sea of Thieves and stuff in there. So this one here says, discover pirate legends. With this journal, you'll gain a unique insight into the lives and adventures of the pirates who dare to sail upon the treacherous waters of the Sea of Thieves. This is your grog-soaked, salt-crusted window into the world of plunder and peril these crews inhabit. The 3 narrators of this battered tome have faced kraken, merfolk, and a cursed chest and mutinous crewmates here. They tell their tales. It looks like the average standard price here in the United States that it's sold for is about $30. Again, I don't remember what I paid for this one, but that's just an idea of suggested retail on that. So next one I got is the Art of the Sea of Thieves. Still in the original plastic and everything on here. It does have a little bit of ripped plastic here at the edge. But the Art of Sea of Thieves, basically, it's a pirate's plunder of stunning art with Rare's new multiplayer adventure, Sea of Thieves. So basically, it's got the art's concepts of everything that you can find pretty much in game, from the characters to the outposts to the ship designs, you name it. It's pretty much in this book. Suggested retail price again in U.S. Currency would be $40. I don't remember what I paid, but again, if you're interested, whatever, throw out an offer. So the next would be a trading company. Now this one I briefly pulled out of the plastic. I mean, it's an easy peel plastic, but I wanted to see what it looked like on the inside. And it's kind of folded around multiple plastic with the plastic itself. But this one here is basically, it's a book of collectors kind of coins from the game, and I'll show you what that looks like here. So it says Sea of Thieves Trading Company Limited Edition Coin Collection. Basically, it's exclusive to the Sea of Thieves online store. 3 distinct coins in gold, silver, and bronze finishes. Limited to 1,000 worldwide, so there wasn't very many of these. Individually numbered, so each coin is individually numbered the way they were pressed. And then embossed on both sides in distressed edging. So, and then this is what the front of the book looks like there. Again, if you're seeing the lettering backwards, I apologize. I do not know. On my side, it looks backwards. I don't know if you guys see the same thing. But each coin you can kind of see on here. It's kind of hard to tell, but you got the gold, you got the silver, and you got the bronze on there. So the Order of Souls, the Gold Hoarders, and then the Merchant Alliance coins is the three primary categories that you build your levels up in the game itself. So this one I do not see the numbers, and obviously I'm not ripping them out of the book. So, but I do not see the numbers pressed on them. So that means that the numbers are on the flip side of the coins. So if you were to open up the book, the number, so I couldn't even tell you what number this is, to be honest. Well, actually, I don't know. It says in the back here, and this could be the number of the coin, but it says in the back, it says coin 64. So these might be number 64 out of 1,000, possibly. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to make a promise or a guarantee. The only way to truly know if that information was correct. Actually, hold on here. Oh, they actually do pop out. I'm sorry. I thought you had to rip the book apart. So they do pop out, and on the back, the silver coin is actually 88. So this number is actually 88. It's actually in a plastic case, and all it does is pop right inside the book here. I didn't know that until I saw the groove here. So, but they just pop. They just go right inside the slot in the book there, so you can flip them around any way you want. So the silver coin is 88. The bronze coin, Order of Souls, is also 88. So it looks like this whole set is probably going to be 88. So they do keep each number in succession, I guess. And yep, 88 for the gold one. So for the gold hoarders. So each coin is 88 out of 1,000. So it's not too bad. It's a pretty low number, with 1,000 on there. So just trying to straighten it out. So again, I don't remember what I ultimately paid on there, but if you can find it directly on CFD's website in their shop, you can definitely check it out. If I hear anything on that pop figures while I'm in this middle of this live stream or whatever, I will definitely let you know what I come up with on there. The next thing here that I have that's I've never opened up or pulled the seal on it. It's a Sea of Thieves beanie. So it's I believe this was about $10 that I bought for. Again, the conversion from pounds, British pounds, to not Minnesota, but United States currency. I guess, I don't know the full conversion on there, but you could probably get an idea of what I paid in British pounds based off of U.S. currency if you did a Google currency, what do you want to call it, converter type thing. But it's Sea of Thieves beanie. It's got Sea of Thieves embroidered down here. It's got the tag on there that still says result headwear. It's a solid black color, nothing on the back. It's just solid. So, now I got these little, they're called mini micro game players. I did open only one, and that was a Dig Dug one, actually. So there is one that's actually, the seals have been cut on it, but the rest of these are all sealed and unopened yet. But they're little mini, they're made by the company called My Arcade. It's an officially licensed playable. It looks like it has a number on the front of it with the official seal. But this is a little micro player. It looks like a little micro arcade machine. It's got the actual, this is an actual functioning joystick on there. It's got a start button, a reset button, and a fire button. You can kind of see right on the inside here. So right now it looks like it's would be on, but it's not on. It's actually a sticker over the window of the screen of the actual machine. When you pull it out of the box, you peel off the sticker. They actually play pretty decent. It's not bad. Like I said, I don't know about all the games, but I know I did the Dig Dug one or whatever to try it out. I think if I still have the batteries in it, I can pull that one back out and kind of show you how it works. But these are pretty awesome. So I have two of each of these here. So I got two of the Galagas. I've got two Pac-Man ones here. So same thing. It's got the joystick, the start select. That one doesn't require a fire button or anything because obviously you're just eating Pac pellets and stuff. Okay. I thought I had two of everything, but maybe I don't have two of everything because I have a Galaxian down here. The Galaxian one, apparently I only see one on my shelf, and I thought I bought two of each, but I do not see a second one for some reason. So Galaxian, again, a fire button, start select, the joystick, it's got that. The back kind of shows you a little bit of imagery on there. I forgot to show you that. Just shows you like a little bit of a, talks about the actual features of the game and stuff like that and details behind the actual game itself. It's It's got that official seal I was talking about down here. It's got its disclaimer. It's actually out of Torrance, California is where they were actually built and stuff. So that's a Galaxian one. So I only have one Galaxian, 2 Galagas, 2 Pac-Mans. Then I've got the old classic Karate Champ one. That's here. You got the joystick. You got the start select or reset, they call it. And I'm gonna guess it's pretty much similar. It doesn't really specify that I can tell in here, but I'm sure it's more of an A-B kind of the fight jump kind of thing, I guess, or it might be more punch kick. So, and I believe the jump might actually be pushing up on the joystick on that one. So there's that one here. It's Karate Champ, and then we got these actually were $30 at the time. I think a lot of places have dropped prices because they weren't moving a lot of places on there. So I understand I'm not going to expect $30 for it, but another one here would be Burger Time. It's an old classic game on there again. Looks like start, reset, the joystick. It looks like, I think it was a pepper shaker. I think, is what you're supposed to use when you want to eliminate it, but you basically walk across the different pieces of the actual it's kind of hard to see here, but across the actual pieces of the burger, and it drops it down to the next level and stuff like that, and then you kill all the guys that are coming across it and smush them, and you got to build the patties all the way down here at the bottom of the actual game. So I remember that one in my childhood. Another good one that I liked, which was pretty awesome, was Bad Dudes. I remember playing that on a non-arcade machine, I believe. I think I actually played it on the arcade and actually on like a console gaming, but Bad Dudes. I'm trying to think. Oh, this one here, the joystick is in there. It just screws in the top. It's kind of hard to see here, but it's missing the joystick here. It's actually down inside the box. It actually unscrews. It just screws into a little hole right up here in the top. You can kind of see it. But this one's got like the basically punch kick, and then start, reset, and all that stuff. But a really, really popular game in there. So if you get one here that has a joystick, rolling around in it, that's why. Then that Dig Dug one that I was talking about. Let me see if I can find that one. Okay, not that one. So it must be the other one. Okay, so I do have the one. I don't know. I'll pull it out of the box so you can see like what one of these machines look like out of the box. So I do have 2 Dig Dugs, and one of them is actually not going to be sealed at one end because of the fact that I did open one up to check. I wanted to check it out and see what it how well it played and stuff. So I'm going to use that one as my example here. Most of your little mini arcade machines are going to come with like a little bit of a booklet in here. It says Dig Dug Microplayer Arcade. Basically, it's got how to put the batteries in there, the different components and stuff like that. It comes in a couple different languages. How to turn it on and stuff like that. Basically talks about that joystick I was talking about. It's kind of hard to see there, but how it just screws right into it. So then it comes in a little plastic shell. So it's got a top piece that goes over the top of the machine. And then it's got the little machine here. And as you can see, I peeled off that front sticker that's displayed on all of them. And this is what it more or less looks like outside there. It's got the little side arcade. Looks like an old classic arcade. The batteries go in the back here. It's got the where you can plug in, and you can actually plug a headset in up here and volume up and down on there. And then looks like it's got like a little coin, where the old coin slot is. That's actually the power button. And I do not actually have my batteries in on this one. I could just take 4 AA's. Give me a moment here, and I will grab 4 AA's so you can kind of see it on. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so I had to go grab some batteries. I thought I left them in there, but I guess I not, so that way they didn't corrode. So bear with me here for a moment. I'm trying to give you guys an example of what one of these little machines look like. So I got to set it up real quick. Pop in the batteries, just turn it on, kind of show you. Dig Dug was kind of a classic favorite of mine when I was a kid, and I still enjoy the game to this day. So let's see, we got one this way. I'm not gonna put the battery back if it turns on because I'm just temporarily doing this real quick. All right, so you can kind of see it lights up red down here. You can kind of see it's already on the screen there. It says Dig Dug start. It says 1 up, 2 up. I know it's kind of hard to see there. So it's actually lit up. This lights up here. This is your power button. If you push it, it turns off. Push it again, turns on. And it's actually got a pretty decent quick load time, so it doesn't take a lot of, to turn on there. And then, like, if you hit start, you can kind of see. It's even got the sound. You can kind of see how it's going there. It's hard to see it, but not the best lighting. But if you hit start again, it pauses the game. Obviously, if you need to reset the game, you hit reset. It's going to reload it again here, just like when you turn it on. So, but that's what the machine looks like. So it's pretty cool. That's what pretty much all your machines are going to look like. They're going to be pretty equivalent. They'll have their own booklets. They'll turn on the same way. They'll have the same sound. If you plug in the headset, it should actually eliminate the external sound on the actual machine itself. So again, I have 2 Burger Times, 2 Bad Dudes, 2 Dig Dugs, 2 Pac-Mans, 2 Galagas, 2 Karate Champs, and it looks like 1 Galaxian. So I'm going to put this back into the actual box here real quick. So again, if somebody orders or buys or whatever, one of the Burger Time ones, one of them will not be sealed. So if you're a second buyer, if you want one sealed, you have to be the first one to buy one of the first ones. If you don't buy the first one, then if you're a second one, I will let people know if it's the open one. If they don't want to do it, they don't have to do it then. But otherwise, if they're okay with it, then that's fine. I will send them the open one then. So, but that's what the little micro mini machines, as they call them, whatever gameplay arcades or whatever, my arcade little mini micro arcades. So that's what that entails. Let's see. What else I got here? Oh. All right. I do have an Amazon Echo. It's the I believe the first gen. So if anybody is looking for an Echo, you can make an offer on that. I'm going to run through. So like I said, I'm going to be facing this way for a moment. So bear with me. I am going to be facing towards my Blu-ray collection at the moment. I'm going to run a list of the Blu-ray movies that I will be selling as well. If anything stands out to you, again, you can review this video anytime you want. You can do a time marker right now if you don't care about the rest of the stuff and you ever need to come back and want to go through the list of the movies. Right now, we are pushing at 43 minutes and 33 seconds. So about 44 minutes here. At 44 minutes, I will go ahead and start labeling off the videos so you can tell yourself if you need to start over with a list of movies or go in order. Just go to the 44-minute mark of the video. And then you can write down a list of movies. If you don't know what the movie is, you can always Google search it. Obviously, you're using internet to, do this live stream or come back and review my video later. So, all right. So the movies that I've got here is A Few Good Men. We got Alien Covenant. Alien looks like the anthology. I got the old classic Annie. We got the AVP, Aliens versus Predator. We got the Back to the Future trilogy. It's the 20th anniversary one. I've got Backdraft. I've got Bad Boys 1 and 2. I've got the original Batman collection. It's the one with the Michael Keaton that started. The series is back like in the 1980s or whatever you want to call it. Then we got Bed knobs and broomsticks. Sorry if I'm leaning forward because it's hard to read some of these. I got Beetlejuice. I got Bill and Ted's. It's an actual 2-pack. It comes with the Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey in there. I got the Blumkamp collection, which includes like Chappie. It has like Chappie, Elysium, District 9. It has 3 movies in 1 in there. And then I got the Bourne Ultimate Collection. I've got the Breakfast Club. I've got Chasing Amy. I've got A Christmas Story. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I've got the Chucky Complete 7 movie collection. So Chucky the Doll, Child's Play. I have that entire 7 movie collection. Then I got the first Clerks, which is a Kevin Smith movie. Clerks 2. I've got the Cobbler. That's the one with Adam Sandler in there. I got The Crow, Dances with Wolves. Daddy's Home 2. Deadpool 2. I got Divergent. I've got Dogma. I've got Edge of Tomorrow. I've got Edward Scissorhands. I've got Elf. I've got End of Watch, Equalizer, Falling Down, Fargo, the movie, Fences, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Fight Club, The Flatliners, The Frighteners, The Game, Get Out, Gremlins. It's Gremlins 1 and 2 and Goonies, so it's 3 movies in 1. I've got Ghostbusters 1 and 2, Gravity, Hacksaw Ridge, The Hateful Eight, Home Alone 2, Hot Tub Time Machine, that's the first one that is. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, that's the one with Jim Carrey in it. I got Hook, Identity, In Time, Insidious 2, Insidious 3, Interstellar. I've got the new version of It, Stephen King's The It. I've got the old version back in the 1980s, Stephen King's It. I've got Jack Reacher. I've got Jack Reacher 2, which is Never Go Back. I have Silent Bob Strike Back. I've got Jigsaw. I've got Jonah Hex. I've got a Jurassic Park collection. I've got the Lazarus Effect. I have the Lethal Weapon collections 1 through 4. I have Lego Batman movie. I have the movie Life. I have Mallrats, Martian, Mary Poppins, Maze Runner, Maze Runner Death Cure, and Maze Runner Scorch Trials. I thought if I do. I thought I bought the newest one. If I do, I don't know where it's at the moment. But I thought I bought the Maze Runner Death Cure, so I might come across that here in a little bit. Nightmare Before Christmas, Neighbors, A Million Ways to Die in the West, Night of the Creeps, Oblivion, Office Space, The One. I got like an original Christmas classic collection. Sorry if I can't talk today. That's the one with like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, and stuff like that. The other guys, Patriot. I have Payback, Peter Pan, Planet of the Apes trilogy. I've got Poltergeist, which is from the new movie, and then I also have the old ones 1, 2, and 3. And then I have Predestination, Predator, triple feature, Project Almanac, Prometheus, Reanimator, Purple Rain, Resident Evil, the complete collection, it says. I got the RoboCop series. It's the old movies plus that new movie. I got the Romeo and Juliet, Romeo Must Die, the Santa Claus collection. That's the one with Tim Allen in it. I've got all the movies on there. I've got Schindler's List. I've got Saw, the complete movie collection. I've got Scrooged, Shawshank Redemption, Shrek. It's a 4 movie collection of that. I've got Spaceballs. And then I've got Star Trek, The Next Generation movie collection. I have Star Trek 3 movie collection. That's the newest one with Chris Pine and stuff in there. I've got all 3 movies of that. I've got the original Star Trek movie series. I've got Super Troopers 2. I've got all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. That's the actual ones, like the classic ones, like the old movies, not cartoonish or anything. I've got the Terminator collection. I've got They Live, Tombstone, Tommy Boy, Unstoppable, Wayne's World 2, Weird Science, The Wizard of Oz, Young Guns. And then I've got Toy Story 2, Zootopia, Finding Dory, Toy Story 3, Roger Rabbit. I have Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, The Mighty Ducks, Finding Nemo. I've got the original Toy Story, Adventures in Babysitting. And then I also got looks like I got a bunch of Cheech and Chong movies, like Yellowbeard. I've got Cheech and Chong's next movie, which is actually regular DVD, not Blu-ray on this one. Cheech and Chong, Born in East LA. I've got those as well. I've got Cheech and Chong's next movie on Blu-ray, so I have it both the regular DVD and the 2-pack double feature, as well as the Blu-ray version. Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke 40th anniversary, and then I've also got the Laugh Out Loud double feature, which is Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams, and then Things Are Tough All Over, but that's a regular DVD pack on there. So that's pretty. Oh, and then I also have the entire Halloween collection from the originals all the way up to what's his name, Rob Zombie. I also have his 2 versions on there. I have the Friday the 13th collection in there. I have the Nightmare on Elm Street collection in here. The Freddy vs. Jason, Jason Goes to Hell, and the new Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and I can't remember. This is a 3-pack. Jason Goes to Hell. Oh, Jason X, and then Freddy vs. Jason. It's a 3-pack movie collection. I've got that one as well. And that's pretty much the ones that I'm seeing right here in front of me on the Blu-ray side. Now, when we get into TV series, I've got Alien Nation TV. It's the original TV series, not the movie version. I have Stranger Things Season 1, Stranger Things Season 2. I have the entire Pee-wee's Playhouse collection. I do have the Nickelodeon Doug collection. It should be the complete series on that. I have Chicago Justice. Looks like there's only 1 season. As far as I read, I think there's only 1 season total anyways. Then I have Chicago Fire, which is seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then Chicago PD, I have seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chicago's Med, I have seasons 1, 2, and 3. The Classic Night Court, I have seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I believe that's the entire collection because I think there's only 9 seasons. I have all the seasons of MASH, plus the movie MASH. I have all the seasons of Married with Children. I have Walking Dead seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I have the entire collection of the TV series Lost. I have, I believe, if I remember correctly, I have every Futurama episodes and movies and stuff on there. The old TV show ER, I have all seasons 1 through 15 on that. I have Gilligan's Island seasons 1 through 3. I have King of Queens, the entire series. And keep in mind, most of my stuff is not like the, what do you want to call it? The collection where, like, the complete collection where they're all discs on 1 spindle. My stuff is usually, I like to do mine in individual seasons if I can find it that way. So the majority, I'd say at least 98% of my stuff is probably that way. I have the classic Roseanne TV show. I have all 9 seasons on that. Then I also have King of the Hill. I have all the seasons on that. I have the Chips, the old classic TV show Chips. I have all the seasons on that, I believe. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I have Longmire seasons 1 through 6. I have all the Phantasm collection. That was an awesome movie collection that I really enjoyed watching. Angus Scrimm was the tall man in that movie, and he had passed away not too long ago. He was an excellent actor. He was outstanding in that movie, and it was kind of sad to see it go. The biggest thing was when they did Phantasm 5, just a little piece of information here. Phantasm 5, Ravager was the name of that one. When they had made that movie, he actually made that movie to completion, but before it got released to the public to be bought, is when Angus passed away. So, but at least he got to finish it. I'm sure he got to see a private screening of it before it was produced for sale. So, But that's awesome. Then I have the Tailspin series so far. I think I have all the collections of that, all of the DuckTales ones, and all of the Chippendales Rescue Rangers. I have Prison Break, the entire, this is on Blu-ray. I have the entire seasons of that on there, as well as the newest release one that they redid. It was a short compilation just recently that they did. And then I also have the Final Break, Prison Break on that. Then I have Family Guys, basically season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. It looks like there are about 16 seasons there. I got the entire Home Improvement with Tim Allen collection. That's 8 seasons of that. I have Last Man Standing. I have 6 seasons of that. Big Bang Theory. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seasons of that. The Fargo TV series, I've got the first 3 seasons of that. I have Rick and Morty, I have 3 seasons of that. I have Beavis and Butthead collection. I've got the movies on that. I've also got Dinosaurs TV series. I've got the with what's his name, Scott. For sure, I'm probably biffing that up. Nope, Spot Bakula, I believe is how you say his name. The old classic Quantum Leap series. This is actually awesome that they made it into Blu-ray format. I have the entire collection right here and on that. I got the entire collection of Hogan's Heroes, Ren and Stimpy, Hey Dude. Looks like Rocko's Modern Life, News Radio. SpongeBob, I have seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I have looks like Grey's Anatomy. I have what do we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. I have the entire collection of the Red Green Show that was kind of a PBS broadcast or whatever. I also got looks like Rescue from Gilligan's Island is on there as well. So that's pretty much my entire collection that I have of that. And then I can't see my regular DVDs. I will have to write down a list and get you a list of that. I do have other decks of cards. It's basically like Christmas Story we got. These are all sealed. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I got the Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes one that's all like a holiday one. I've got a Charlie Brown's Christmas. We got a deck of cards there. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We've got Frosty the Snowman. And we also got Elf. So I got all of them as well. Couple things that I've got. I'm just going to go down the list instead of showing pictures since I know the pictures are not very easy to see. I will tell you the things that I have here. I do have a classic NES. It's a small classic NES mini that comes preloaded with 30 games on it. I do have that. It has one controller. I do have an extra controller. It's a Nintendo controller. And then I do also, because the cords are relatively short on the actual controllers, they're, I think, on average about 3 feet. So I do have 2 extension cables. And those are brand new, sealed in boxes, never even out, never even used, never even played. I have the Stranger Things Ouija board. I do have it's an actual figure. I'll try to show you a couple of these, but it's an action figure of Pennywise the Clown. Like I said, it's not the best imagery since it's on a phone and you're seeing a reflection, but you can kind of see there's a figure on there, Pennywise the Clown. I got Monopoly Gamer. It's actually sealed along with the 8 additional characters that you can buy individually, and they're all sealed in the original packaging. I have Stranger Things Monopoly. I have BoJack Horseman Monopoly. One of the cool things that I have is a Doctor Who TARDIS mini fridge, and this is brand new in the box. Never These were 150 when I bought it. Unfortunately, they don't make these anymore. They're really hard to find, and if you find them, they're probably going to be pretty darn expensive. But it works really well. You can actually turn it into like a heat mode, so you can kind of keep your food warm, or you can actually put it in cool mode, so you can actually like keep your drinks cool. I meant. I do have a Jack Skellington. This was really hard to see, but it's a big statue of. Yeah, this is not the best at all. It's a Jack Skellington statue. You can kind of see his head there, and it's a long and narrow. That's in the original box as well. I got a Pennywise action figure from the new movie series. I've got two different ones on that. I've got some mini travel games from Trouble to Battleship to Clue to Connect Four. I got a Rick and Morty Pickle Rick soft blanket that's still in the original package. I've got a Hello Neighbor. Hello Neighbor is based off a video game. I've got that as well as a soft blanket on there. I got a pair of socks. It's basically kind of green and blue Batman socks. Never been used, brand new. I got a couple pairs of them actually. Some little plushes of like Chucky and Pennywise. I've got a Rock Candy Roger Rabbit, Jessica Rabbit figure. I've got it's a Stranger Things 4-pack of action figures. Kind of hard to see there, but with the new season coming up, definitely worth getting. Sorry, I'm hearing things, I guess. Stranger Things blanket, some little collectible figures of the It series. I've got some vinyl figures of like Dumbo and Timothy, the mouse that's with them, Rick and Morty. Actually, I don't know if the vinyls are actually available because I think that's a Funko base, and I think that's included in my collection right now. Let's see what else I got. I don't think these are actually part of the Funko series, but these are actually really awesome. And these packages are the picture that I'm about to show is not really huge by any means. It's actually, but they got like, again, this is really crappy, but there's Egon Spengler. It's an actual action figure. It's got like the replica proton pack. You can change out the hands. It makes it look like you're shooting a beam. So I've got all the figures of that. I've got Egon, I've got Winston, I've got Louis Tully, I've got Peter Venkman, Dana Barrett, and Ray Stantz on that one. So, so that's that collection. Then let me go grab another collection here of stuff. All right. Next, you can kind of tell. Some of these are still sealed, brand new. I've never pulled them out. Never had time to play the games yet. So do keep in mind some of them are still in the original plastic. But the next things that I have here are all Xbox related stuff. Xbox One or Xbox 360. These are some of the games that I bought, have not had to play or had time to play or anything. Give me a sec here again. Okay, sorry, I was responding back to the person that is trying to help me sell those pop figures. So, all right, so the first one, the first game that's sealed is the newest Jurassic World Evolution. It's kind of hard to see. It's rated T basically there, but Jurassic World Evolution. It's basically a simulation game. Control the zoo. Make sure you keep the dinosaurs in the actual enclosure. You know, make sure you feed them. Make sure you keep the facility secure and stuff. That one was sealed, unopened. This one is also sealed and unopened. It's the Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy. It's 2 games in 1. Walking Dead collection. This is the Telltale collection. This includes all the Walking Dead's Telltale series up to and including the 400 Days in Michonne. So you get enhanced graphics for Season 1, Season 2. You get the 400 Days and the Michonne. So it's an entire collection except for the newest one that came out. That's not on here because Telltale is actually the company down here with this little emblem here. They did a lot of story-based games, and that company actually closed down and went out of business before the last Walking Dead had been completed. And so another company took it over, and I'll show you that here. So the newest Walking Dead is this one here. It's by Skybound Studios. So this is the Walking Dead. It is the final season. So this is the end of the series. So as you can see, Telltale's their name was still included on the packaging because they did do most of the work on it. But Skybound is the official finisher of it. So this is the entire collection plus the final season I have, and those are all still sealed in the original packages. This one is open. I have not played it. Do keep in mind I keep all my games, all my movies and stuff like that in the most pristine condition. I am very anal about it, but Super Lucky Tale. Then we got this one is actually sealed and unopened yet, so it's still in the original box, sealed and unopened. But this one is Spyro Reignited Trilogy for Xbox. And it actually still includes the pair of socks that's in there as well. So you get both the game and the socks. Brand new, never been open. Sea of Thieves, one of my most favorite games of all time. I have put a lot of hours in this, and I love this game with a passion. Basically, it's a pirates game, sailing the seas, collecting treasures, getting into wars and stuff. It is an online-only game, so you do need Xbox Live and internet to play this one. Then you got this one is actually the plastic's been removed, but it actually officially hasn't been opened. It's still got the seal on it. It's never been peeled or anything. But this is the Prototype Biohazard Bundle, which includes Prototype 1 and 2 in there. Then we got the Resident Evil Origins Collection. Again, plastic removed, but not the actual seal. The Origins Collection included the Resident Evil Remastered as well as Resident Evil 0. So that's an awesome game if you're a Resident Evil fan. Resident Evil 4, this one has been opened or whatever, but it is brand new, sealed, or not sealed, I'm sorry, brand new, flawless condition, whatever on that one, but it is Resident Evil 4. This is another awesome Resident Evil 4 game. I played it on the Wii. I have not played it on the Xbox, but the Wii version was amazing. That's why I bought it for the Xbox. The Red Dead Redemption 2, I had bought it as an Ultimate Edition. I had already used the codes that are in here, so it is just a normal Red Dead 2, but it does come with the steel bookcase and the big fold-out map, I believe, in there. Yeah, it's got that all in there. So it's got that right inside the box there. Red Dead 2, I've only gotten 4 hours of gameplay on, so I haven't had time to really play. That one you can't get because that was a code. Outlast Trinity, or Trinity, sorry. This was actually 2 discs. It's got the Outlast Whistleblower, and Outlast 2. This is actually kind of a creepy game, but awesome game. So that one's pretty sweet. Mud Runner, a Spin Tires game. And keep in mind, so far, the ones that I've come across so far, these are all open, but they're flawless. This one here, you basically drive different type of all-terrain vehicles, whatever, across different terrains of the land. Try to make sure you follow the task or complete the task without destroying your vehicle or causing too much damage and stuff. So that one's a pretty sweet game. I have not played it, that one, though, but I have seen video footage on it. This one is Monopoly Family Fun Pack. It includes Monopoly Plus, My Monopoly, and Monopoly Deal games. So this one's got a couple different versions of the Monopoly game, but this one is the plastic's removed, seal's still intact. Then I've got Little Nightmares. This game was actually pretty cool. It's pretty short, but really good, really well done. It's actually made by Bandai Namco Entertainment. And this one here is actually the collector's edition. It's got the little collectible figure inside there. It's kind of hard to see, but there we go. It's got a little collectible figure of the actual little. I'm presuming it's girl because I mean you never see the face of the person, but carrying a lighter in there, so it's pretty awesome. I like that. So I got this one here, and that one has been opened. I have played it. It's awesome. LA Noire. I opened this one, but I had bought it brand new. I opened it, but I have never played it. But this was, or never played it on the Xbox, I should say. I did play this on the 360 originally. Very fun game. It's made by Rockstar Studios, the ones that make Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto. And this one here actually is just rebooted from the 360 version for the Xbox One. It's a slower paced game where you start out as a beat cop, but you do work your way to becoming a detective, and then you investigate crime scenes, you pick up evidence, and then you go and interrogate and visit with people and ask questions. You determine if they're telling the truth or lying. So really good game. I like it. This one is brand new, sealed, never out of the plastic or anything. Grand Theft Auto 5. It's just the basic version, not the online premium edition. It does have Grand Theft Auto Online. That's just part of the game. You just got to have Xbox Live and internet to play it. So people seem to get confused because they come into my job and they're just like, hey, does I want the GTA Online. I'm like, okay, well, that's part of the game. It's built into the game. You just got to make sure you have internet and Xbox Live. So it does have that, but it's not the premium edition that comes with all kinds of extra, currency or anything. Evil Within 2. Evil Within 1. Far Cry 5. Not a bad game. I've never played a Far Cry. This one just really interested me because of the cult idea on there. So pretty awesome. I've heard mixed reviews from people on there. Do keep in mind, unless the game is sealed and brand new, I don't promise or guarantee that any of my stuff comes with the codes not being used. Some of that stuff I did probably use. So more or less, I would say, as of right now, I don't recall if I used the season pass on this one, to be honest. So, like I said, if I haven't used it, it's bonus, but otherwise, at least it's the base game. So, I've got Doom, got Dead Rising 4. This one is actually one of my favorite games. I love the Dead Rising series, but all three of the first ones were timed. Part 3 was originally not supposed to be a timed edition, so you could free roam as much as you want, explore, and you could actually create weapons and just start going crazy and stuff. This one was ultimately the actual real one that you could actually play and not have to worry about being pressed for time. So that was great. Another great addition to the games is Darksiders 2. There's 2 different ones there. I also have Darksiders 3. Now, keep in mind, with my Darksiders 3, it is the big $400 edition. I have not pulled it out of the box yet. I mean, I pulled it out of the delivery box, but I have not pulled it out of the original box. It's actually sitting in a closet that comes with all 4 statues from War, Death, Fury, and Vulgrim. You get all 4 of them with the wall scroll and the game in there. But Darksiders 3, again, that is a $400 edition, and it is a decently massive box. But this is an awesome series. Darksiders, I did beat the full game on that. Darksiders 2, I got over halfway, but I never did finish it, but still an awesome game. Great storyline, great graphics, great playability. Another one is the plastic's been removed, but again, the seal's in place. This is the Batman Return to Arkham Edition. This included the Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City games, so it's 2 games in one. They're rebooted from the 360 onto the Xbox One, which is awesome because these both were great games. I was not too fond of the Arkham Origins personally. I think it was kind of a dulled down, and I did not like the style of fighting where you get into the first combo of 10, you're at one pace, but as soon as you hit 10, it speeds up. I did not like that. This is a steady pace one. But two great games there. I love. Another Telltale series game, which I think the storyline is pretty great on there. But it's Back to the Future. So again, it's a great collectible item. It's the plastic's off there, the seal is off there, but it would be a great collectible item for the pure fact that Telltale Studios does not exist anymore. So if you're one of those big collectors, it's worth it. Then we get into, because these games are actually backwards compatible. Backwards compatible means 360 games that will play on an Xbox One. So this is the Red Dead Undead version. Red Dead Game of the Year version, which includes the regular game and the Undead version. The regular game included the content on there. I don't know if it says on here. Yeah, it doesn't say on here, but there was like a couple different things that was included with the first Red Dead. I want to say it was included on here. I could be wrong, but at least you're getting the base game of the Red Dead and the Undead version. So the next game that I have, and this is awesome for the pure fact that I love the series Portal 2, and I love the way Valve makes their games. They do an awesome job. Valve is an awesome company. As far as I mean, they own Steam on the PC, and they get you a lot of great deals for PC games. But they've never made anything that I could ever find in a trilogy, basically. So you got Half-Life 2, Portal 2. There's I wouldn't say there's sequels, but there's like what is it? Counter-Strike, Source. There's Counter-Strike Global Offensive, I think it was Global Offensive or whatever, but there's like different versions of the game, but it's not like sequels. But Portal was an awesome game. It's a great, mind bender to think of like how to complete the levels using different portals. So Portal 2 is here. This is backwards compatible. It will play on an Xbox One. Then there's Half-Life Orange Box. This was like one of the prime games. This one included 3 games. On the back here, it's got Portal. It's got Half-Life 2. So you got the Half-Life 2 Episode 1. You got Portal, and then you got Team Fortress 2. So this was like 3 games in one, but it has the first Portal on there. Again, great game. Backwards compatible, which means, again, it does play on Xbox One. Now, this one, the plastic's been removed, but again, the seal's in place. This is also backwards compatible, which means it will play on an Xbox One. Again, Telltale collection. So if you're a collector's fan of that, Telltale games. Again, it's a Telltale storyline game, but Jurassic Park. These are becoming harder to find, some of these older 360 games. But again, this is perfectly flawless, never been used because the seal's still intact, even though the plastic's been removed. It was more or less new to use conversion. I've heard rumor and speculation on this next one. It is backwards compatible, but I did hear rumor and speculation that there might be coming a sequel in here. It is another Rockstar game, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead, stuff like that. The first bully on here. So, and as you can see, they have the stickers from where I bought it from and stuff like that. It says it plays on Xbox One. Some of these have the price stickers on them, so for what I paid when I got them, So that is my entire collection of the Xbox One and 360 games. And then we got another movie that I forgot to include on my Blu-ray list here, which is actually really awesome. As a lot of people may know, Lee Ermey Jr. Or R. Lee Ermey, or Ermey, however you say his last name. I apologize if I'm biffing it for all the people that he's an awesome guy. Anybody that's familiar with Full Metal Jacket, I don't have that Full Metal Jacket game that I thought I had bought it. But again, I don't see it in my collection, so I honestly don't know. I have to do a little bit more research. But this one is brand new and sealed, and Lee Ermey, he had passed away recently. People call him Gunny. So he was actually in the Marines years ago. He plays an awesome drill sergeant in any movie he plays for military. This is one of them called The Boys in Company C. It's got Stan Shaw, Andrew Stevens, and Lee Ermey. It's a pretty old classic. I think it was from the 1970s, I believe. The movie was set in 1967, but I want to say the movie itself was, I think, around in the 1970s. So, but really good movie. I have not opened it; it's still sealed. So, I do have some other stuff. I have the Batman Arkham collection, or not Batman Arkham, but what am I trying to say? Batman Dark Knight collection. There we go. For the movie collection, I do have E.T. It's in a Blu-ray format. It's in a collector's box type thing. It comes with a little E.T. in it, stuffed E.T. I do have the Batman original series collection. I believe that's also Blu-ray as well. It's the entire one with Adam West, who, again, original classic Batman, passed away. How they plan on continuing, like the Family Guy TV show, since Mayor West, whatever, is basically gone out of there. I do have a bunch of regular movies, which I'll get to probably on another day, another collection or whatever, or another video. I do have some other collectibles, and I'll have to get a list of that. I'm going to kind of wrap this up here a little bit because we are going into almost an hour and a half video. I apologize that if this seems long, if it seems relatively boring. I am just trying to use this as a platform to get the information I have out there as far as regarding what I have available to buy for the time being. There is a lot more stuff, but I know a lot of people that aren't going to be local. A lot of people are going to be online when they see this. So I will probably have a couch to sell. That 65-inch TV back here. It's a Samsung 65-inch 4K 2160p television. It's basically 1080 double, makes 4K. I do have that little stand down below. I do have a Gears of War 2 terabyte limited edition Xbox. Anybody can look that up with the Gears controller. I do have that as well. I do have a Microsoft stereo headset. Those were usually run $60 when you buy new. I do have that. I'm trying to think. I do have like a Cubs jersey of he was the year of the World Series that they won. Their catcher had retired, and I bought it was Ross. I did buy a jersey with his name and number. I also bought a authentic, and it's got the hologram image on it. It's got the authentication of it to it's an autographed baseball bat. That was actually a couple $100 that I bought it for. So I do have that kind of stuff. If you're interested in that, and you want to inquire about it, feel free to use that number below to message. So look down here, down below, you'll see a phone number. You can text that number anytime. Don't worry, your number stays confidential. It's only between you and I. Let me know what you're inquiring about or what you're interested in. Obviously, if you're watching this video and it's not a live stream anymore, that means I'm not sitting here, monitoring that number right away. I do get alerts on my phone from time to time from that number. It does kind of forward some notifications to me to let me know if I got messages and stuff. So if you do leave a message on there, I should also get it via my phone. If I do and it does alert me, I will try to get back to you the first chance I get in regards to it, to let you know answers to your questions or whatever, or get you the information that you're looking for. Trying to think what else I'm missing. Can't really think of much at the moment. Otherwise, I mean, I do have some small miscellaneous stuff. I do have a trying to think. I do have some Sea of Thieves pillows. They're like really big. They do have the Sea of Thieves name on it. It's got the image of the skull, and then within the image of the skull is like a picture of the pirate ship, and you can see a couple of the pirates and stuff on there. I do have some really large pillows that do have that in there, and then or do have that image on it and stuff like that. That's in the bedroom at the moment. I do have whether you say it's tapestry or tapestry, I do have this big, large tapestry. It's hanging on the wall right now. But it is another big, huge, I don't know. I apologize for the mess, but this is kind of what it looks like. But you can see it's a big tapestry. I got that in there. So, and then I've got the clock that you can see up there on the wall. That's Sea of Thieves based. I will have that right above me on the top there. Just a moment ago, you saw a light up clock. I got that. I've got, they're kind of an acrylic type thing, but it's a picture of that skull image from Sea of Thieves, as well as like the actual pirate map on there. They're actually put in like a glass block. It's actually, I thought it was engraved in there is the way they did it, but all they did is basically took this glass block that's nice and see-through, and then they took the image or whatever, and they stuck it or glued it or however to the back of this acrylic block. It is really nice. They're really nicely done, but you can kind of see, I don't know, you can kind of see that one behind me down by the Echo there, right above the Legend of Zelda Triforce emblem. That's one of them there, but they are really nicely done. So, I think as of right now, I think I'm going to keep it at that for what I covered so far. So again, anybody that's joined me for the live stream, I appreciate you joining me tonight. I apologize if I drug this out a little long. I apologize if I'm not great at this YouTube video stuff. I'm not no professional editor. I don't have all the time in the world. Again, I'm doing this because I need the money ASAP because taxes are right around the corner here, due April 15th. Today's April 6th. That leaves me 9 days to complete this and mail off a payment to them to get them off my back, at least for this year. The other reason why I'm trying to do this is to unload all the stuff that I have because depending upon how the court hearing goes on April 17th, if they approve her request to dismiss it based off of jurisdiction, again, this is an unlawful, illegal divorce hearing that they filed for in Grand Forks County because they were served February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. So legally, she knew about the divorce in progress. And she informed her attorney, I presume, because her attorney has included that information in the actual paperwork. But they are trying to say that, oh, we were in the process of filing. In the process of filing is not actually filing. Again, with her knowing the fact that there was a case already filed here in Candido County, they cannot file another case because it wasn't done at simultaneous times. It was almost a month apart. So this case, the case that she's requesting for the divorce is illegal, unlawful, and if the judge in this county grants them their dismissal to allow them to continue it in Grand Forks County, North Dakota, then he's just as guilty of the illegal activity as well as morally is wrong and has no integrity as a judge and should then in that case should not be on the bench because it's not permissible. But if April 17th, because that's only 11 days away, that if that comes around and they grant her wishes, I am not going to continue to fight this anymore because I don't believe in filing paperwork with Grand Forks County under the circumstances of the fraudulent, illegal activity that they're committing right now. And that the case is supposed to be held here in Candido County according to the rules and regulations of the court and law. So I will not submit information. They're already trying to keep pushing. I mean, we haven't even had this request to dismiss it or whatever under the circumstances or whatever to determine jurisdiction. So jurisdiction hasn't officially been determined. But as you saw in a prior video in my last live stream, the paperwork that I went over, they are trying to push for default because I didn't respond to any of their paperwork. Yeah, of course I'm not going to respond to the paperwork when it's illegal. It's morally, illegally, unlawfully right. Or I should say it's wrong, but, you know. So I won't respond to any of their stuff. So they're trying to push already before any jurisdiction has even been determined. They're trying to push for to be defaulted to have that court in Grand Forks, North Dakota, try to automatically approve and authorize their wishes, basically to kidnap my daughter from me, to keep her from me, to limit my restriction to visitation to 1 weekend a month, which is the last weekend of the month. I'm supposed to give 7 days notice to the end of the month whether or not I'm gonna utilize that last weekend of the month, which makes it impossible to do if I'm working 2 full-time jobs. I just can't just take me off whenever I want. I work pretty much every weekend from work, unless it's my vacation time, and I don't get a lot of vacation time, and it's tough because my boss wants a vacation as well. So, but they're trying to request that I have to travel to North Dakota, which would be at my expense. They were trying to, as I stated before in previous videos, they wanted shared transportation, meet 50-50, but that's not the case because from here to Fargo is 3 hours alone, and she's another 2 hours of that. That's not 50-50. But I would have to basically, because it has to be done in North Dakota, I would have to travel there. I don't know anybody that lives in North Dakota besides my ex and her family, which I don't get along with most of them. I have no problem with my ex's dad. I've never butted heads with him. He's a very respectful kind of guy, very soft-spoken. I've never seen him angry. I know my daughter loves her grandpa, and I know that she adores him, and he adores her. So I know that much, but the rest of her family, I know they don't like me. They despise me. They've judged me. They don't know what's going on behind the scene. They only hear one side of the story. So they only believe my soon-to-be ex-wife, and not me. But I don't know anybody that lives up there that I could stay with to save me money. So the gas would be my expense. I would have to go up there, and then it would start at 5 p.m. on a Friday till 5 p.m. on Sunday. So I would basically have to rent a hotel for 2 days, which again is at my expense again. Then on top of that, I'd have to make sure I'd have to use my vacation time for that. Or if not, I'd be missing work and getting it unpaid. Which that's another potential loss of money as well. And then I wouldn't even know where to go because I wouldn't even have the money to go take her out any place. I don't even know if I could afford the hotel room. So it's like I come up there, pick her up, and sit in her car and do nothing. I don't think my daughter would have that much fun. And then summer times, they want me to have 2 non-consecutive weeks of visitation. Again, those 2 weeks would be at my expense, my travel time. I'd have to pay for a hotel room for that amount of time. And then, again, where would I get the money to, take her out? Where would we go? I'd be stuck in a hotel room. So they're intentionally trying to keep my daughter from me. The only person that they're more or less hurting, besides me, is my daughter. So whatever they do to me is also hurting our daughter. So because it affects her, it means that she's not going to get to see her father. It means that her father's not going to have money to, come and see her. Her father's not going to be able to afford a hotel room. Or her father, me, I'm sorry, I'm just referring to her as her father. But her father's not going to be able to afford, keep going up there for gas. I'm going to end up losing my car because they want $836 a month to my soon-to-be ex-wife. I only picked up the second job because I couldn't afford to live off of my VA disability and $158, about $160 every 2 weeks for my primary job. So I was getting about $2,000 with my VA and about $320, a month from take home from my primary job. So that, and when you got $90,000 worth of debt, when you got your car to pay, you got your student loans to pay, you got this credit card debt, you got your cell phone expenses, you got your rent, you got your electricity, you got to pay car insurance, you got to put gas in the car, then you got to try to eat. There's so many different expenses out there, and I think at last calculation, I think I'm well over $100,000 in debt right now. And $100,000 is a pretty decent price to put down on a home. Do I live in a home? No, I live in this 1-bedroom apartment. I can barely afford to live here. Not that I would want to live here. I'm getting tired of living here. I got a neighbor next door with a dog that he doesn't leash. He lets his dog shit all over the grass outside. And it's nasty. If some kid wants to go play in the playground, they're going to have to go trample through shit in the yard because he doesn't want to pick up his dog's crap. I've complained to the landlord. The landlord hasn't done anything about it. He just says, okay, thanks for like basically the information. But he is a landlord. He sets the rules within the buildings, within limitations, and he needs to enforce it as a landlord, and he doesn't. Then the neighbors next to them, they got people that come over here all the time, people staying with them that don't belong there because there's only supposed to be one person living in that unit. They're partying all the time, blaring their music, getting drunk, having arguments in the hallway. They're plugging up the extra parking spaces down here. They're stomping up and down the stairs at all day and at all times of the day and night. And I'm exhausted. My depression, my anxiety, you name it, it is like really, really getting bad. And I can't begin to stress how bad it is. So I'd love to own a home, but with me turning 40 in January, I don't think I'll ever own a home. 40 this coming January. I'm roughly half my lifespan. Nobody knows when they're going to kick the bucket, but I'm not getting younger. I'm getting older. My body feels it. My mind feels it. People think it's a big joke. Everybody that I talk to, they think they know all the answers, and they don't. They literally they try to tell me like what to do with my life, not knowing like that they're not dealing with it. They just think that I have any control over my soon-to-be ex-wife, which I don't. I don't have control over her. I don't. She doesn't care about what happens to me. She doesn't care about my health. She doesn't mentally or physically or financially. Obviously, she's using her daughter or our daughter. She's using our daughter for to gain money, child support. She's trying to get $836 a month out of me because she knows I work 2 jobs, and she doesn't care if I burn myself and kill myself on these jobs. Eventually it's going to eat me up so bad. I'm not going to be. I'm going to end up quitting my jobs anyways if she gets what she wants, because I'm not going to feed into that. It's bad enough I got 2 boys with my second ex-wife, and I don't get to see them. I pay $913 a month, and it tears me apart that they don't even know who I am. That it's not right. No child, anybody. I get it that society itself is rough. It's tough. It's hard to live. But if you push hard enough, look at me. I was working I am working 2 full-time jobs. I'm tired all the time. I'm exhausted, but I do it. I don't put my entertainment and fun, going out and partying every night or getting drunk or going to concerts or going to wherever, I don't have the money to spend on it. Once in a blue moon, I'll go to Grizzlies and have a meal and a beer with a couple coworkers. And that's not very often because I can't afford it. But I don't get to go out and have all that fun. I don't get to enjoy myself. I have an Xbox that I don't get to really play. I wanted to binge that when Red Dead 2 came out. I wanted to binge it so bad, and I've only got 4 hours in total on that entire game since it's been out. I don't even remember what happened in the beginning because I was mesmerized by the graphics of the game, so I would essentially have to go in and delete my save file and start it back over again. But it's not as easy as what people think. They think that, having a child and it's going to be everything in the world. Don't get me wrong. My children are everything in my world. They are my world, and they're like basically my heart and soul. And I would do anything. I would throw my life on the line for them if I had to. Like if it meant like pushing them out of the way and getting hit by a train, or if somebody was going to shoot a gun, I'd stand in front of them, take the bullet for them. That is what I would do for my kids, because I love all my kids, and they are amazing, regardless of the fact that they don't know me or they hate me. or they don't talk to me or whatever. You know, I'm always going to love all my kids, and I'm never going to forget them. I'm not going to stop caring about them. You know, I don't have much to say about my exes is the biggest thing. My first ex, as I kind of said in a prior video, I believed many times, and I should have seen the red flags that came up in that marriage or that relationship before marriage. For the times that we broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together, I should have recognized that before having any kids with her, to know better to say no and just stay away from it, but I didn't. I mean, I was young and dumb, and I know it's not an excuse, but I made stupid choices, and now I paid for it. Now I got two beautiful daughters with her. I don't have trust in my first ex-wife. I don't trust her entirely because she has lied to me on numerous cases, more times than I have ever lied to her. But I do give her a little bit of respect for the pure fact that she, like I said, remarried, and I give her husband respect for the fact I've never met him personally that I can recall. I don't know if he was there when I signed some paperwork, but he adopted my girls under the best interest that, you know, I wasn't there for my girls, because every time I tried to make arrangements, I got denied, shot down, turned down, stating that, oh, you know, my disowned male parental unit, he was taking them for the day, or my disowned siblings, you know, they were taking them for the my kids for the day and stuff like that. So it was always some excuse. And then if I got to see them at all, it was probably Christmas time, and I got trash talked and all that stuff. And it bothers me, and it hurts, because God, the one year when they asked why I don't pay my child support, and I brought them back home with my mom, their grandmother, I literally felt like shit. I felt horrible in that car that they would even think that of me, that I wouldn't pay my child support, and why they even learning about child support. They shouldn't even have to learn about it. But the fact that, you know, parental alienation, where it's a one-sided view, one parent manipulates and feeds the child information, wrongful information or hateful information, to get them to hate the other parent. Usually it's a mother doing, you know, feeding the children to hate the father. Again, as in the disclaimer below, I'm not saying women aren't affected by this, but it's a very very small percentage of women that are affected by that. In this world, especially this country, and especially the state of Minnesota, but definitely this country, because there are federal laws regarding it, the men or the father of the children are the ones that usually get screwed. And we got the classification deadbeat father. People might think that, oh, I'm giving up on my kids if I quit both my jobs, go to jail and stuff like that. I'm not giving up on my kids. I'm just trying to prove a point that I'm not some piece of machinery that dispenses money. I'm a human being. You know, I can shed tears the same. I go to sleep. I wake up. I have the ability to think and feel. I mean, I am a human being. I am somebody. And it pains me to see that there's so many men out there that just don't think it's a manly thing to fight for your children. I mean, I get it. You're going to fight for it, but you have to fight at all expenses. And the reason why the deadbeat father thing came into play is because there's men out there. I get it. There's some men out there that don't pay their child support. They go on the run. But before that, I kind of said, okay, yeah, you know, that guy should be a man, and, you know, and support his children and stuff like that. You know, I get it. But now I'm to the point, I also get why they're running. That if the county or the state or whatever come up with this, you know, like I said, I'm paying $913 a month for my first two. So the reason why I'm doing the second job is because I couldn't live off of $160 every 2 weeks plus my VA disability per month with the amount of debt that I have. That is the only reason why I picked up a second full-time job. In technicality, it was supposed to be that your child support was supposed to be based off of how many children you have, which is 25% for the first and 5% for each additional. And that was based off the only one job, one source of income. Disability is not supposed to be calculated in that, because that's a disability. That's something you're getting because you became disabled, or you're hurt, you're injured, and you need it, you know, because you're not getting enough, you know, probably from your job. I'm kind of getting enough from both ways to a point. But the fact is that They shouldn't be asking all of my income. They should have me pick out my primary job. So if I work 40 hours a week at both jobs, which one do I get paid more per hour, which is my primary job, which is the job that I'm already paying child support out of. If you ultimately think about how much I'm actually paying in child support out of that job, and how much is coming out per paycheck, there isn't shit to live off of. So how they can come up with another 836, I'll tell you how. They're taking the second job in the VA. They're taking all my income. They don't care if somebody's in debt, especially if my ex helped put me in debt because of all the crap and support that I put out there for her, the things that I've done for her. They don't put that in effect, the amount of debt that was incurred or that she helped incur. They're not going to care about that. They want me to suffer. They also want me to pay her attorney's fees of $3,000 because she chose to hire an attorney because she couldn't woman up and, do this court hearing pro se like me. I'm not hiring an attorney. I can't afford an attorney, but I'm doing this all by hand. If it stays local, everything is going to be done. I'm going to do it because I know Minnesota has a better self-help center in the court system thing, so you can actually get better instructions and paperwork and stuff like that. North Dakota is just confusing and it lacks all the information you need. But that's why I'm doing it pro se, is doing it all myself. Although I know that every time that I've ever done it, I've completely failed. I've gotten screwed over, especially if they hire an attorney, But they want me to pay her attorney $3,000, $836 a month. I have to pay to travel to North Dakota every time I want to see my daughter. I'll have to pay for a hotel room. I'll have to pay for any fun that we have. I have to support medical, dental, so I have to pay all the insurance. I'll have to pay half of the medical bills for her. And my money would get sent to her to go barely spend a dime on my daughter because my daughter is living with her grandmother, not the mother. So she can go out and probably, have her mother watch our daughter, and that, most of the time, so she can go out and party with her friends and get drunk and stuff like that. I don't go out and get drunk. I mean, I go out and have a couple beers and a meal, like I said, once in a blue moon. But as much as she talked here how she wanted to go out with their friends and get drunk and stuff like that, and one time her friends dragged her ass back here to the apartment one time, and she was completely blitzed or whatever. She tries to deny it later, but whatever. You don't. Why would you set yourself up to look stupid, if you're faking it? So I'm pretty sure it was legit, but I don't get it. How can anybody put a price on a child's head? How can you put an amount, $836? How can you say that your child is worth $836 a month? Children are priceless. They're not something you put a dollar figure on. So to even assume and put a dollar figure on your child's head, you don't care about your child's health, well-being, what they want, their emotions, their feelings, their desires in life. You're not even focused on that. All you're worried about is getting your $836 a month. Like I said, if I win custody of my daughter, I don't want a freaking dime from her. I don't believe in that crap. Child support is such a freaking joke. I get it. You need money to support a child, but you don't put a price on your freaking child's head. That is wrong. And anybody that puts a price on a child's head does not deserve custody of their child, because they do not look out for the best interest of their child. Because you cannot tell me it takes $836 a month for that child to live every month. If I could live off of $200 a month on just food alone, and I'm wearing the same clothes, month after month after month, and I'm not going out and buying new sets of clothes every month, there's no way a child's going to spend $836 a month. So you know where that money is going to go, because it's not controlled by the government to monitor to make sure it's used appropriately. So the money just gets thrown at her in her account, and then she goes and takes that money and does whatever she wants with it. Goes and gets drunk, high, takes trips to wherever, goes to concerts, has her fun, and it would be at my expense, just like my second ex did with her husband. They took a trip to Hawaii without the kids involved, and guess who paid for that? I'll guarantee you it was me. An infinite percentage, it was me that paid for that. Because if they were not getting my money, and then they took that trip to Hawaii, I'd get it. Then they paid for it themselves. But the fact that If they have enough money to take a trip to Hawaii, then they shouldn't need my child support. Which means ultimately they took my child support money and applied it to themselves and not on the kids where it belongs, and they get away with it. That's why child support pisses me off, and I feel sorry for any man. I mean, and like I said, I know there's women out there that are getting affected by that too, but I feel sorry for any man who is getting screwed by the system, court system, the county, their exes, and are being used for child support. Like I said, it pisses me off. So again, if you're somebody that puts a price in your child's head, you need to think twice and grow up and learn to be respectful of your child. Stop trying to use your child for money and monetary gain. All you're doing, and I guarantee you, like I said, all my ex is trying to do is hurt me. And at the process that she's hurting me, she's hurting our daughter. So she's not just hurting me, she's hurting both of us. Because she's taken her father out of her daughter's life. I didn't say that, if I got custody that, my soon-to-be ex-wife couldn't see her, our daughter. I just prefer to have her see her in a supervised environment for the pure fact of the type of mental instability that she has, even to the point where, like I said, she had thrown my daughter's play table at me one time, and the judge granted a restraining order. So obviously that's enough grounds for concern. I've never thrown anything at my soon-to-be ex-wife and got angry at her to the point of throwing stuff at her. No, I got angry and I would leave. I'd leave the freaking apartment. I'd get away from her, and then she'd come and chase me down and follow me and stalk me anywhere I went. And I've got witnesses to that'll validate that stuff, and that's the kind of behavior you don't teach your child. And so again, she's restricting me from being able to see my child. She's trying to take my child out of my life. And again, she's not hurting just me. She's hurting her daughter. Her attorney, Brudvig Law Office, that Diane L. Shull, she's also hurting Tegan. That is our daughter. That's her first name. She is also hurting our daughter by allowing this and helping my soon-to-be ex-wife go to this extent. And I think any attorney or court or judge that even goes along with that has no respect, has no morals, has no sympathy, no empathy, no feelings, no emotion, no integrity. And I honestly don't know how somebody like that can live with themselves. How can somebody go home every day, especially if they're married or even if they have their own kids? How can they go to their spouse or even their own kids and look them in the eye after they had just wrecked a relationship between a father and their daughter? How does somebody wake up every morning and look in a mirror and look at themselves and say, hey, I'm okay with myself knowing that I'm wrecking lives? It baffles me, but you have to be emotionless in order to get to that extent, I guess. So, again, I don't know any man out there. Think twice before you get married. Think twice before you think with the wrong head and have children. Take my advice. Look at me. Look at the way I'm going. My life is going downhill. I'm trying to get rid of everything I pretty much got and loosen this up because I'm going to end up losing my apartment. I'm going to lose my car. I'm going to end up quitting my jobs because I'm not going to feed her money. I'm not giving her free tax-free money so she can go party with her friends. I don't have a problem supporting my child, but if I'm going to support my child, then I want custody of my child and I want her in my own home so I can support her. I will support her emotionally. I will support her financially, and I will support her physically wherever need be. I will make sure she gets the proper education. I will make sure she's raised with the right morals and standards. I will make sure she makes the right choices in life and not the mistakes that I made or the constant mistakes that my soon-to-be ex-wife makes. I will make sure she gets the best all the way around. So if anybody out there that watches this video, if you agree with me and you think, I'm level-headed and you think that it's wrong for what my soon-to-be ex is doing, like I said, do me a favor. Just click the subscribe button below. Turn on the notifications if you want to keep up to date with the videos. But support a great cause. I don't know how long I'm going to do these YouTube videos for, but I am going to do it for the duration of this divorce, and for a little while that comes beyond it, for however long that might be. But I'm not going to do it forever. I mean, obviously, there's going to be an end somewhere. So, but I want this information to get out there to the world, to this country, the United States. I want people to see the reality and what the court system puts people through. Again, courts can't be trusted. Law enforcement can't be trusted. A good majority of the attorneys can't be trusted. But if you agree with me, subscribe, like the video, turn on your notifications, share these videos out there, get the word out so we can get the most subscribers to these videos. I know I'm not perfect at these YouTube videos. I'm still new to this. I don't use any video editing software. I want it to be real, like as if it's happening now. Like these live streams are happening as it now. There is no way to edit it in the process. So, but nevertheless, again, anybody that's already carried through to this part of the video, you probably already seen the first half of the video with all the items that I've already posted out there or put up. Now keep in mind, if you message me, I will let you know if it's still available. If it is, I will let you know we'll communicate about it. Use the number below, text it anytime. When you text it, like I said, it should alert my phone. I will respond at the first convenience that I can. I will be up tonight for a few more hours, I think. I'm just going to go over a couple things. And there's a donation link below for PayPal. If you don't have to donate, but if you do have a heart, you do care, and you feel the need to do so, use that link below. Feel free to donate. Any donations are appreciated. Anybody that subscribes to my video or my channel is very much appreciated. I have 8 subscribers. I know one is the soon-to-be ex. I don't know if any more are her friends, but the other 7, for sure, I do thank you enough, as I don't know who you are right now, as I'm still learning this. Anybody that does reach out to me, thank you. Stick with me, and I apologize for this video being 2 hours long. I will cut it off at the 2-hour mark here. So if I have any further updates before then, or if I come up with any more items to sell, I will keep you posted on that. Otherwise, if I don't reach out, if I don't get any more paperwork and I don't have any other information for you, then April 17th, which is also posted down below here in the description, the date, the time, the location of this hearing. If you don't attend it, don't show up to it, or if you do show up and are unable to be in the courtroom, or don't stick around for it, and you want to find out what's going on or what happens or what the end result is, I will do my best to give you the full details that I know as I know it. I will post a video definitely on that event to let you know what the end results are for the hearing, whether or not they dismiss it from this county and give them jurisdiction up there in Grand Forks County, or whether or not they continue here. Regardless, I will keep you posted. If it does continue here, I'll keep you up to date with all the future hearings, the dates, the times, and stuff, and what it will entail. I will let you know what the judge decides if it's stuck around here. But like I said, if it goes to Grand Forks County, I am not sticking around. I am not going to continue to... I'm not going to fill out paperwork because it's an illegal case then. I will not attend those hearings. I will not be traveling there. I will not be calling. That means they will find me in default, and they're going to get whatever they want agreed to by the judge, but I will not give in to their wishes. I will not be a human ATM machine, giving them whatever they want, tax-free money. I will not let them have my dog because they put that in the stipulation of the paperwork, which is my emotional support animal. I will not let them have him. I don't care what the orders say, but I will stand up for what I believe. I will voice my opinions. I will voice my concerns, and I will not tolerate them walking all over me like I'm some dirty floor mat or something like that where you rub your feet on. So, and I expect anybody else in this world that's in the same predicament as I am, don't let them get to you. Be smart. I mean, if you can afford an attorney, great. If you don't, do what you got to do, but don't let them walk all over you. So again, that's everything for now. And if you like I said, text me if you need anything at that number below. Otherwise, again, subscribe, like, share, turn on the notifications to keep up to date. As soon as I know stuff, I'll keep you posted. Otherwise, hopefully, if nothing comes to before April 17th, I will definitely, hopefully, see whoever shows up to the courthouse, or I will be out on a follow-up video. Thanks for sticking around, and you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks.